Okay, so today we're gonna basically take a look around up in the attic and then also under the soffits, I believe they're called. It's basically some plastic stuff right underneath the gutters slash the attic. It lets air into the attic or in and out of the attic so the attic can breathe. I think that's what it's called, soffit. And we're basically gonna kind of gauge like where we're gonna run the cables and how they're gonna get to the network room, and we're gonna take a look at all that. So let's go ahead and get started on all that stuff. Okay, so this is where we came up into the attic and basically need to hop over this. And I've already cleared a path all the way down there to where that light is. And then somewhere back there is where the network closet is. So let's do this obstacle course real quick and check it out. All right, we cleared the hump and now we just need to very carefully walk on all these boards. I did not place these here, they were already here. Which is kind of nice. So I just have to follow these all the way down while ducking and carefully maneuvering through this whole thing. So just guessing. I kind of have little footsteps all around the place, and I think it's right over there behind these two boards. I think that's where it is. So I need to make my way there, but unfortunately I have to put the camera down because I don't think I can with it in my hand. Okay, so I brought the light over and I already cleared this out. But anyway, so this is where all the networking cable comes into the network closet. This stuff is down there really tight. Now, one thing you can notice about this hole is it's really, really, really small. So getting cables through there is going to be kind of a hassle. So what we might end up having to do is actually drill another hole through this 2x4 that goes in between the walls. So here is some drywall, and then on the other side you can see more drywall. So we're probably gonna drill another hole through here so we can get our cables through more easily. And if I were to install a fan, it would probably go somewhere around here. And so this looks like this goes to the light that's in that room. And we may be able to splice into this or even get like a fan light or something. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do, but this would be probably the area where I'll put the fan. And yeah, so that's basically what we're looking at here. Seems pretty straightforward, and it will be for the most part, but it's gonna take a lot of effort, I think, to actually get in here or up here. So getting up here is easy, but crawling underneath all of that stuff, I don't know if you can see me, crawling underneath all that and navigating all that's kind of a hassle, but we'll get it done eventually. And then also very hard to see, so all the way back there where the light is coming from the sun, that is where one camera will go. I don't know how much or how far that is. It's probably like 50 feet, I'm guessing. And then another camera will go over the garage. So now we need to basically go investigate to see what we can do or where we can mount a camera now that we know where our cables are going to in the attic. So I'm not sure what to call this area, but that area right there sits above the entryway to the house. I know that because there's a light there, and yeah, I don't know. So basically what we want to do is probably where those 2x4s are, is see if we can lift up the soffit to mount a camera there to kind of look out over the driveway and also the sidewalk that comes into the house. And what I would like to do is put a camera over the garage. So you can see that blue and white cable back there. So that actually goes to the lights on the garage. And there's this barrier wall, and then the brick is on the other side of that. So cutting through that is possible, but I don't think I'm going to do that. What I might do is there's some gaps over there that I might come through with a cable for another camera in the future. Not really sure where we're going to put that yet because we need to go take a look around. But I wanted to see at least what it would look like in the attic. And looks like we have plenty of options. All the electrical goes right into there, which is kind of neat. Yeah, let's get out of here. It's getting hot. So apparently I have no idea how to unlatch this stuff because it's like kind of like a tongue and groove thing going on here. I have no idea how to remove it or at least glance up under it. But while poking around, there seems to be something here, hopefully a piece of wood, and then there's nothing under any of these. So there may be something a little bit further away, but that's too far. So I think there's a 2x4 that runs just along here, and there's also some nails here. So I also have a feeling that, you know, there's definitely something under this. And we may just risk it and drill a hole in there and stick a camera in there and see what happens. But I think I'm gonna have to do that through the roof, through the attic, because I can't see what I'm doing, and again, I don't know how to get under there. So maybe if any of you guys know how to get underneath whatever this stuff is called, let me know before I do it the ghetto way, because yeah, I don't want to like ruin it, I guess, forever or whatever. But let me know if you guys know how to get under there, and I'm going to do some research on my off time. So ideally the camera's view will be something like this, or maybe something like this. I don't really want it pointed at the ground too much, or maybe we will, I'm not really sure. If you come in this direction, I definitely would, you know, capture your face if you come around the corner. But now that I'm seeing what this might possibly look like, we may actually need to add another camera in the future in the other corner so we can also view that direction and this direction. Because I think that would be the best overall coverage. All right, so I'd like to get into the soffit here to also check out the corners of the house. But the soffit's pretty level across the entire house. I don't have a ladder tall enough to actually get up under there to see where some 2x4s are for mounting or any kind of wood for mounting. So I guess that's pretty much where we're gonna end this today, because the only place I can actually get is here. And I'm not sure, I may end up running the cables preemptively anyway, just so they're in place and easier to grab, maybe, but I'm not sure. So instead of ending the video, I decided to actually just try and get the wire pull run from the attic into the server closet for fun, just to see if I could, and it turns out I can. So then I decided, well, if I'm already this far, I might as well do at least one cable pull. So we're gonna try and do that right now. Like I said, I don't really have like a good way of attaching this cable to that, so what we're gonna do is use some electrical tape and just kind of like tape it around there and then pull it all the way up. All right, so we're gonna do a couple of these. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. And that's probably more than enough, probably too much even. And now we're just gonna pull that up and see what happens. Okay, not too hard to tell, but that cable right there is obviously the Cat 6 cable that I just ran from downstairs up to the attic, and I went ahead and just pulled it all the way around. And underneath here, I've got a bunch of slack. So that way, if I decide that I want to go back over there on the, it's really hard to tell, but where that light is just below my fingertip, right there. So if I want to run a cable there, I should have enough room. But I'm going to go ahead and pull a little bit of extra slack, so that way, you know, if I want to go to the corner of the garage, I can. Since I haven't really clearly defined where I want a camera yet. So we're going to do that, and then do one more pull to get all the way to the back of the house. And then I think we'll call it quits. So let's go, let's try and do that a little bit of that. The other problem I was talking about was I seem to have missed the hole for the wire pull. So, wow, I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed. So, basically we're going to try and re-get in the hole and then pull a little bit more slack for our cable, just in case we need more for that future camera. So I have to do that because, fortunately, I'm a one-man show and I have nowhere to mount this camera. So be right back. All right, well, it looks like we missed that giant hole right there. Go figure. So I'm gonna have to get back up in the attic and take care of that. And I guess we're just gonna go ahead and terminate this cable here because we don't need it. And that has hopefully more than enough slack. Maybe I shouldn't have cut it, but that should be enough, I think. I have no idea. If this does have to go anywhere, it'll probably go like right here, or over here, or, I mean, hell, it basically reaches the floor. And I have some more slack up there. So that should be okay, I hope. Famous last words. We're really gonna end the video here this time, and I'm gonna go do another cable run, this time without the camera, so I can get it done a little bit faster, and all of the stuff I'm looking around to see what I'm doing. And we will cut back again, not sure when, but hopefully after somebody tells me how to get into the vinyl that's underneath the porch. So, whatever. Anyway, peace. I'll see you guys soon.